hang up now because the show is starting right now. Hi, hello, and welcome to hashtag Heltzel. It's like iCarly, but worse. This is our maiden voyage, clearly. Otherwise, I would not have this problem where I can't see myself. That's pretty fun. Um, and our first guest is an amazing get for this show. He is a man who needs no introduction. He's a writer. He is a doctor. He is a nuclear physicist. He is a theoretical philosopher. But above all, he is a film critic. He is Eric D. Snyder. And let me see if I can actually get him on here without looking at the screen. Otherwise, this could be one hell of a problem. So while I'm trying to do that, or maybe I'll have to call up Jake again. We might spend this entire show not having anybody on, and I would feel so bad about that. Yeah, before we begin, I have to tell you, the audience, you can come on and talk with us if I can figure this out. Just don't show us your yum yum, and everything will be cool. And if you don't have a webcam, just comment and ask questions on Twitter using the hashtag Heltzel. That is Heltzel. Now, this show is a weekly roundup on stuff that trended this week.
No worries, Zach Heltzel. We'll get you on in just a second. I can guarantee you your social stock has not gone down a cent, and I think everyone else on the page can agree too. So as soon as you log on, we'll bring you on. Bye-bye. So there you have it. Give us a couple seconds. We're gonna do the same thing that we did with the Mean Show. I'm gonna bring Zach on in just 1 minute, and he's gonna talk about all the stuff that Zach loves to talk about. So for those of you who are just joining us, all that you've missed is a few technical difficulties. Zach's computer is not really agreeing with the software. Yikes. But as soon as he logs on and joins the chat, I'm going to bring him in, and he's going to host the show like this. I'll kind of just be here. Maybe I'll watch. Maybe I'll cover my screen. Who knows? But he's got a lot of funny stuff going on. We talked about it a little bit. I'm really excited to hear who he brings on and what he talks about. As far as I know, we're going to get to hear a little bit about Jon Hamm's penis. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big Mad Men fan, so I can't wait. Here's your host right now, Zach Heltzel. Take it away.
Hello. Okay, so that was interesting. Let's see. Eric, are you in here? Mr. Eric Snyder, are you in the room? Are you here?
Hey!
Jake, can you
there I am.
invite him in, please? Eric, hello! Welcome to the program. Sorry about the technical difficulty. How you doing?
No, that's all right. I'm good. I'm good. It's been fascinating to watch.
Yeah, well, this is our maiden voyage, so these things tend to happen. But
sure.
You're recording, right? Mr. Jake, are you recording?
You totally checked out.
I hope. Oh.
Jake,
sorry.
Okay.
I turned my audio off. So.
Oh, okay.
Went to screen.
Well, anyway,
it's all good to go.
Watching has... Great. Okay, so I feel like everyone watching probably heard my little spiel before, so we can just jump right into this. To my understanding, you did attend South by Southwest, didn't you?
I did. That is true.
All right, and how was that? Because that took up the majority of my feed last week. It is our first topic of the evening.
Yeah, it was all South by Southwest and the Pope. It was fun. I think there's a huge delay. I think you're speaking, and then like 11 seconds later, I'm hearing you. I think that's what's happening.
That would be a problem, but it's fine on my end. But
Okay.
course.
Maybe it's not that much. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
South by Southwest is a thing that I went to. Yes.
Yes.
It was fun. It was fun. This was like it's like the 7th or 8th year I've been, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and crazier stuff. But it was fun. It's always fun.
That's something I've noticed actually. That in years past I've been aware of it, but this was the first year where it seemed like everybody I knew was attending in some capacity. That seems to be
Yeah.
it's just growing
The
out of control.
the interactive part is getting bigger and bigger too, and that's all to do with technology and computers and things. And so people use the computers to tell people about it.
Yeah. All right. So, what films did you see? What did you like? What did you dislike?
I liked one called Drinking Buddies. It was written and directed by Joe Swanberg. I don't know if you know him. He's made like
I
a
do. This
1,000
is
movies.
actually, yeah, he makes like 4 movies a year. This is his first one with like actual actors, is it not?
It sounds dismissive, but this is like his first real movie that looks like a real movie and has real actors in it and stuff, and it's good. It's got Olivia Wilde and she's funny, which I didn't know that she was funny.
His Twitter account is great.
Oh, is she on the Twitter? I didn't know that.
She is on the Twitter. She's very last week she said something very scathing about Justin Bieber that was quite funny, I would say.
All right, I'll have to look her up. Anyway, she's in it, and Jake Johnson is in it, and he's funny. And no, that was a good one. Drinking Buddies. What else did I see that was good? Cheap Thrills. Cheap Thrills. It's got David Koechner is this crazy guy, crazy rich guy who pays a couple of he, like pals around with a couple of poor guys and like basically offers them money to do crazy things. Like they become his prank monkeys.
Yeah.
And it's all about like how much would you do? How much would you be willing to do for how much money? And that kind of thing. Good times.
I heard that was the big sale of the festival. Like most of the movies.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
So.
Well, you shouldn't do that because it's awful and run by awful people.
I mentioned that because I saw your tweets about Nikki Finch.
You're part of the problem, Zach. You're part of the problem.
I'm sorry. You're gonna hate me more because I'm gonna bring up BuzzFeed in one of the trending topics.
That's not as bad. But yes, Cheap Thrills was a big sale. Draft House Films actually picked it up. So if you're at all familiar with the Alamo Draft House and their style, you know what kind of movie it is.
Let's see. They did Four Lions, the FP. I think those are the only two I've seen from their distribution.
What else did they?
Anyway.
Anyway,
moving right along to another movie that screened at South by Southwest, which pulled in one of the biggest opening per theater averages ever. I'm seeing it tomorrow night at 10 p.m. I am so stoked. Spring Breakers. Let's talk about Spring Breakers. Have you seen Spring Breakers, Eric?
I did. I saw it at South by Southwest. It is a very special movie. It's what do you know about it? How much do you know about it?
Well, Harmony Korine is kind of one of my idols, which is one of the weirder things I've ever said, and it's fascinating that it's not really toning it down or going mainstream, and yet this movie is proving that it might end up being a mainstream hit, which is beyond.
Yeah, he definitely does not do anything different from what he would normally do.
And
it's his,
for those listening, this is the guy who's made such classics as Trash Humpers and Gummo. He wrote a little movie you may have seen called Kids, where Rosario Dawson is a 13-year-old who talks about getting cum on her teeth. So, and this movie stars Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Benson from Pretty Little Liars. It's not for children.
No, it's these girls. Yeah, they go on spring break in Florida and basically go on a crime spree with James Franco's crazy drug dealer character, who amazingly, the film hasn't even come out yet. I'm already sick of hearing about him. Because certain corners of Twitter won't shut up about James Franco and Spring Breakers, and I'm already tired of hearing about it. But he is good. He's very funny.
I have a grand total of 4 friends in Los Angeles who saw it at the ArcLight last weekend, and it's all they've talked to me
Oh yeah.
about. Like they won't stop.
It's certainly not. It's not a movie you forget very soon. It is crazy and it's full of crotches. So just crotches as far as the eye can see. It's a maelstrom of crotches and boobs
that
and
that
nonsense.
that is a perfect segue for trending topic number 3. This is today Jon Hamm. More specifically, Jon Hamm's triumphant wang. Are you familiar with this? I feel like so Jon Hamm has banned men from freeballing because apparently what he has going on is distracting.
So that's apparently yeah. So I spent some time on Twitter today, so I did hear about that. I remember this coming up a few months ago. Like this is not the first time I've heard about Jon Hamm's wang. I feel like this has been so maybe there's been an ongoing thing. I can swear I'd heard about this before. Yeah, and I don't know if it's like the kind of pants that he's wearing. Cause, I mean, certain kinds of pants will emphasize more than certain other kinds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have a penis. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely. The kind of customization, I guess you should say, is quite understated. You can do a lot with a little, or a little with a lot. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because who I believe was going to be the guest today until you came along, Louis Peitzman of BuzzFeed, wrote a list today of hilarious tweets about Jon Hamm's penis. I'm going to read a couple of them because this
You're saying that I was not your first choice?
On the surface about Twitter. Chase Mitchell. You should have been my first choice because you have proven to be nothing but amazing to me. A talking cat, which I say that in air quotes, recommended, is incredible. Yeah. That if you haven't Netflix instant and you are listening to this, 59 minutes in, you need to watch a talking.
58 minutes.
Anyway. Okay, 58 minutes, my mistake. Anyway, a couple really funny tweets about Jon Hamm. One by Nacho Sarah. Just went whale walking. Parentheses, Google Jon Hamm bulge. Dan Duval, Laser Dew. Jon Hamm's penis used to beat me up in junior high. Jocelyn Plums, Filthy Richmond. I thought I hit a deer, but it was just Jon Hamm's penis. And last but not least, Brandon Guttermoot Tresser said, and where there was one set of footprints in the sand, that's where Jesus abandoned you to get a better look at Jon Hamm's penis.
Wow.
So, yeah. Can he let us have anything? I mean, he's perfect in literally every way. Why does he get to also be endowed?
Well, I feel like that's probably why that's probably part of why he has it so good in so many other regards. Like it's because of that he became wealthy and powerful, and it brings confidence or something. Maybe it tastes like chocolate as well. Maybe on top of everything else, it's also made of chocolate.
Maybe one day we can get Jennifer Westfeld on here, and she can clear that rumor up for us.
The best tweet I saw was from Chase Mitchell, Chase Mitt. He said, "Sorry, Jon Hamm, no one on Mad Men is more well hung than Lane Price," which is only funny if you've seen the show.
I saw that one. Chase is friend of the show. He is very good people.
I thought this was the first episode of the show.
Anyway,
how can the show have friends already?
To talk about, because I feel like every film writer has he's a friend of mine, therefore he's a friend of the show, I suppose.
Okay.
I guess.
The delay has come back. It's come back really bad.
Anyway, I'm going to let you... Damn it. Sucks. Anyway, I'm going to just try to roll with it then. I'm going to let you talk about this, because it seems like everything on your end is going fine, because every film writer seems to have an opinion on this. Veronica Mars, Kickstarter. That trended. That was a big deal. A lot of people were happy, and a lot of people were really pissed. So, take it.
I have no problem with it. I like the show, like the TV show, and if there's a movie, that's great. Like I get the idea that if this is what independent, or this is what is going to become of the film financing, that this is going to lead to huge problems and stuff. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's fine. If some people want to pay for a movie, then let them pay for a movie. What do I care? Doesn't hurt me.
Fair enough. And just shout out to Chris, the host of this beautiful on-cam technology. I have a $200 netbook. So that explains why my computer hates me, probably. Anyway, I think we have time for one more topic, and also about TV. Are you a fan of Enlightened, Eric?
I haven't watched it. I saw that it's the end of the world because it got canceled, but I never saw it.
Oh, well,
I can pretend to have seen it if you want to talk about it. Laura Dern's amazing in it.
Laura Dern is amazing in it, actually.
See?
I was not one of the converted. The first season, the person I knew who watched it was my mother. And I feel like with the cancellation of Enlightened and Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, the TV gods are just trying to torture her. Because those were her two favorite shows. They
Sorry to hear
got
that.
canceled in the same month. But, no. In the second season, a lot of people I know all kind of got on board with it. And it really seemed like it was taking off. I guess not enough for a third season, but it ends on a good note. It ends with the fact that it was going to be the end in mind, and it ends really well. It's 18 episodes. You can get through it in about 2 days. It's really gripping. Mike White, I think now people finally understand how great Mike White is, because Orange County is way better than any MTV movie in the early 2000s should be. School of Rock is, really well liked.
Orange County.
But I guess now people are really paying attention to Mike White in a serious way, because the show, yeah.
Did you ever see Chuck and Buck?
Yes.
So I think that was like his first
Did he
movie.
write that?
Also really good. He was in. I think so. I don't remember.
Okay.
I feel like he did.
So yeah, it was just and he got rid of his Twitter account, so that's a shame. As soon as it got canceled,
Sorry to
it
hear
just went poof. Yeah, so you need to get on that, Eric. Definitely
Sorry.
need to get on that. Anyway, let me see if there's
Yeah, Mike White wrote Chuck and Buck,
anything in the way of.
and he's in it.
I need to revisit that then, because I've never disliked anything he's done. I really thought up until Enlightened he's been a very underrated director too.
Yeah.
Of the Dogs.
Well, that's right. Yeah, he should get more attention.
No questions from the Twitter. A couple of comments. Indeed. Trent, we'll bring you on next week. We have a couple more minutes left. Eric, do you have anything you want to say to the audience of OnCam?
Sure. You can listen to my podcast, Movie BS with Bayer and Snyder, moviebs.com. And I write a column at film.com on Mondays called Eric's Bad Movies, where I watch a bad movie and make fun of it, like A Talking Cat, for example, where that came from.
That
So you can go
article
read
is
that if you
great.
want to. Thanks.
Alrighty, so
What
we
now?
have a
Is
couple
now where I
more
take my
minutes,
shirt off?
maybe. Do you want to? I would urge you not
That's all right.
to, but you can.
I won't.
Maybe.
No, that's all right. I won't.
Eric, we would be honored if you took your shirt off on our show.
Well,
There's no other words.
Mother of
There you
God,
have it,
happened.
ladies and gentlemen. Eric D. Snyder
there you go.
just took his shirt off on hashtag
That's the least I
Helzel,
can do.
the best
I already
web
wasn't playing
show
dance, so.
on the internet.
Ended up, yeah, there was some technical difficulties at the beginning, but this turned out to be a rousing success. So thank you for coming on.
Rousing
on
success.
such short notice. Oh, Mother of God, yeah, a rousing success, definitely, a rousing. Oh God, I can't. I'll be in my bunk. Anyway, that is hashtag Heltzel. Tune in next week. We might have guests. We probably won't have, technical problems. I don't know. Anyway,
We'll get it worked out for sure.
We will get it worked out for sure. I will have a better internet connection. I'll probably have a better computer.
You'll have a better guest.
We'll figure this out. This was a fun little go-round. Anyway, thank you for coming on. Thank you for having me. Hip-Hop Pit Stop with Eric Davis is up next. Good night.
We can't thank you enough, Eric. Thank you so much for helping out ASU on Cam. You're the best, man.
No problem. It was fun. Thanks.
I'm downloading your podcast tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
No.
That was the most titillating show I've seen in a long time. You know, pun intended, titillating. So next up, we're gonna have Hip Hop Pit Stop with Eric Davis. Give us a few minutes of in between. Grab yourself a snack, and we'll continue shortly.